and speak instead. Dear hearts all, you are way showers, you are crystalline beings. Your consciousness is so profoundly aligned to the frequencies of now, the new frequencies, the frequencies of the earth which are now becoming on offer. While, yes, all of you still have interactions with the old world, and you all were brought up, trained, if you will, in how to live in a world based on fear and power over, giving away authority. A set of rules that you were expected to follow, lest you end up in trouble for not obeying the rules. Well, in essence, that world finishes in the next 24 hours. What will appear to be the same old for many next year is not the same old for you. You can give it energy if you so choose, but the invitation here is to do exactly what all the trainings are about. Allowing your personality construct to sit over at the side and look through the photo albums of what used to be, because that personality is not of any use to you in the world that you are now co-creating. You're not moving into it, you are creating it every single step of the way if you so choose. Taking back your magnificence, owning your power, accepting, fully, truly accepting, as a human, you are God incarnate. So that world based on fear and control has had its day. It's run its course, it's run out of steam, and the only way that that continues from this point onwards is because there are so many humans who still don't know who they are. But you all do. Every one of you here have had visions, have had experiences, have had dreams, have listened to your hearts saying to you, I can be this now. And the mind, the dear old mind who's been so useful to keep you from getting into trouble and following the rules and making your way in a world based on the material, can now have a rest. Because your hearts are archetypal hearts. Your hearts are connecting to the divine, to your higher self, to the Creator, the Mother, Father Creator, flowing through you as children of God. Because this is the great invitation of now, to allow yourselves to drop all of the constructs, all of the artifice, all of your mature, wise adulthood. Let it go, let it blow away in the breeze. You may well remember, only shall ye become as little children before you can enter the kingdom of heaven. The invitation now is to let yourselves truly become innocent once again. To not know what you're supposed to do next. To not know how to logically work it out. If I do this, then that will happen. If I do that other thing, then something else will happen, so I will make a logical choice. That's not what children do. Young children emote. Young children delight. Young children are much more whole than any one of you. because young children haven't given away their power, haven't taken on the trauma of relationships, of family members, of people who meant so much to you and then didn't understand who you really were and didn't support you in your own journey. So taking on the feeling of being a child yourself. That way you can actually listen to your hearts. You can listen to those promptings, those spontaneous in-the-moment promptings that makes you want to run over and pick that purple flower and go and give it to your pet dog because it just makes you feel so full of joy to do that. Not logical, not rational, who cares whose flower it is? I'm just going to pick it because I feel the joy of that. Spontaneity, you see. Freedom, you see. This is the way that you become the co-creators of the new world that you will inhabit by inhabiting it. And you would inhabit it not by thinking about it and planning how to do what I should do and what I shouldn't do. You inhabit the co-creation that you are creating because you are following your feelings. Your divine, wise, innocent, childlike heart feelings. And when you give yourself full permission, even more full, day by day. Oh, there I am going back into my mind. I'm being a mature. No, I'm not going to do that now. I can get my jobs done later. That's all fine. What do I feel like doing? What do I feel like being? Moment by moment by moment. Because the truth is, life is lived in the present moment. Anything of the past, any projection about an assumed I want to have this in my future, are all limitations on the flow. They are all ways that you are not able to hear your heart, because your heart doesn't function in the past or in the future. Your heart functions in this now moment. So it is. In this now moment, you are in a place, a space of incredible softness, of a gentleness. And the invitation is to feel that soft and gentle. And whatever emotion arises inside there, just witness it. Because your biology, your mind, your heart, your belly, your muscles, your body's own capacity to participate in life all functions actually perfectly well, whether you're getting in the way with your impositions of coulds and shoulds and should nots. It flows by itself anyway. This is freedom. This is true freedom. And this is the way that you open the pathway for humanity. All of those sisters and brothers, older, younger, infants, to feel free to explore their feelings in the moment. Because each one of you, though you only number a handful, what you do consciously to follow, to allow, to to experience your own individual aspects of what it is I am encouraging you to experience is powerful beyond your comprehension. There are plenty of humans following the rules who are desperately clinging to, I hope that next year will be like 2023 because last year was a bit dodgy, so let's try and keep it under control. That's fear. That's being sheep. That's being so boring. And it doesn't have creative spark within it. It's same old, same old, same old. It has no joy. It's just fear and coping mechanisms. So each of you who have volunteered to experience these trainings, who have volunteered to go on diving deeper and deeper by doing these meditative practices, you are creating consciousness in the field that the rest of humanity can look to, can feel into. Those who have no idea who you are personally, who live in an entirely different place on the planet, will nonetheless be touched by this coherence. Because what begins as of the end of tomorrow is a worldwide capacity to live in unity consciousness. To not know how or why or what I should or shouldn't do, but to experience that which some of you have had a yearning for, to live in conscious community. It's not a select few finding a little patch somewhere out in the bushes to create your fortress against fear. Unity consciousness is actually for all of humanity. Unity consciousness begins with points of conscious light inhabiting human form. But those who surrender their limitations, those who truly trust and have the faith to witness ease and grace manifesting through them, flowering out of you, are creating the pathways for all these others to emulate. This is the way forward, dear ones. This is the way to be in this moment and the next moment and the one after that. So let us now come into the exquisite purity of witnessing the lungs filling effortlessly with the in-breath, that pause with the lungs filled before letting all that spent air be released again, so that the carbon dioxide that you have just created can feed the plants which drink in of that connection. Because your embodiment and the embodiment of consciousness in the entire plant realm are intimately connected. You are always intimately connected with the field of consciousness. So let us allow yet another prime example and analogy of how the truth is hidden in plain sight. When you go to the edge of the land, and you look upon the great expanse of the oceans all around, you feel a calling. You feel a very subtle and yet very profound sense of awe in the moment, with that beauty, with that huge vastness of water. So let us allow your inner vision capacity to resonate with the truth. Every one of those 13,000 million cells which make up the functioning of your dancing suit are mostly water. Exactly the same water as what makes up all those countless millions upon millions of cells that make up the oceans. You are water as the oceans are water. And you are conscious as the oceans are conscious. And your consciousness comes from the same source as the consciousness in the ocean. You are at one with the water on this very special, very beautiful feminine planetary sphere. For the waters of the oceans are all connected. The waters of the cells of your embodiment are all connected with the cells of the embodiments of all others in human form, in animal form, in microbes, in the birds of the sky, in the flowers, the bees, the trees, the grasses, the worms deep in the soil. You are all connected because you are all consciousness, spheres of consciousness, and there is only ever one consciousness who has chosen to dance in all these apparently separate forms. But the truth of it is, you are not separate. The dance of separation has been danced. It is over now. Now consciousness is coming back into unity, into that place of infinite peace, into that place of absolute serenity, into that place of divine, crystalline, conscious oneness. That is where you have come from. And that is where you are now returning. And as way showers, as path lighters, the path forward, the path within, the path back into purity of unification, is your great gift to all those sisters and brothers and children and parents and grandparents and beloved animals in your life, and all the wise standing ones, and all of the consciousness in all of the waters, on the surface of the earth, inside the earth, in the skies above, and inside your own sacred vessels. You are all connected. You are all one. And you are all so deeply, deeply appreciated, venerated, and held in the arms of God. Blessings be. Blessings be.